Hello there and welcome back. Well, we're in for a real treat because we have got a fabulous guest for us during this. Couture Creations, of course, you know, is an amazing company, but we've got a face that you might not expect to see, or you might do because he's been here before for representing the company. Now, I have to say, John, people might look and think, oh, hang on a minute, John's usually here with John next door. So how'd you come to be here?
Basically, this is something that Craft Store asked me to do.
Okay.
They get a lot of products from things like Couture Creations I've worked for in the past.
All right.
And I've done things for them, 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
So it's a company that I rate anyway.
Right.
But they gave me the opportunity to say, we've got this, would you do any of these for us?
Right.
And you know that I will only stand behind a product that I genuinely love and will buy. And so this isn't for Crafts 2 or John Next Door.
Okay.
So none of these products are sort of available from us apart from the Nelly stamps, because I put some of my stamps
We need some stamps to work with, so that would make sense. And
but I'm doing this for you because I love the product.
Now, Couture Creations, am I right in thinking it's an overseas company?
It's an Australian company.
Right, okay.
It's a gentleman called Andrew who runs it.
Okay.
Really nice guy from Australia. As I say, I mean, I've actually known him a few years. And they started with paper pads and dyes, and they've got some beautiful, collections and things like that, but they've got more into their mediums and their alcohol inks and their ink pads and things in the last few years.
Okay.
And it's somewhere that we don't do.
Yes. Well, this is the next question, because we'd normally be thinking, well, hang on a minute, John would usually be here doing alcohol pens for Crafts too. Yeah,
we don't do products that other people do as well and at a good price.
Right,
what is
fair
the point?
enough. Yeah, that's true.
If you as a customer at home can buy it and it's good and it's something we'd use, why would we do it?
Yeah.
It's like jumping on a bandwagon.
Exactly.
So, both Peter, Jane and I said, we won't do alcohol pens. These are fantastic. There's plenty out there. We're not going to do them. The same with the alcohol inks.
So what do you love about these? I mean, we've got gorgeous colours, so straight away I love the colours that we've got with these. But what is it you like about these?
These are so different.
Okay.
And it's not in a case of different as in, oh, they're amazing and it's got glitter in or something like that. But they've done something that no other pen company's done.
Right,
which is, at first, one side you've got the beautiful brush marker.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that on a...
Beautiful brush marker, which companies do.
Okay, right, fair enough.
And then on the other end, we've got a really beautiful fine point chisel tip.
Right. Oh, look at that. That's the signature of a superstar.
No, it's not. But, so what I've got is a brush marker and a chisel tip in one.
Well, it's usually a chisel tip that we see, isn't it? But you've got the brush nib alongside the...
Sketch.
Okay.
Brush and chisel. Yeah. Here's one of my Graph Masters. Chisel and bullet. Yeah.
And we see
here's one of the Hachanda pens that these are all the pens that I have bought.
Yes.
So these are all the pens that I've spent money on.
Okay, right.
So none of these were given me free. There's a bullet tip and a chisel. Yeah, okay. Here, I'm trying to think if we've got another one here.
So why does the chisel tip appear so often, and on this occasion we haven't got the chisel tip, we've got the brush?
We were talking about this before, weren't we? I'm trying to put these back together.
Put the lids on the right ones.
Yeah, put the lids on the right ones. Right. Now, when I went to art college, which was many years ago,
okay,
we didn't have computer graphics. Okay, we didn't have.
And a digital way of working.
Artwork. Yeah, we basically had, I'm going to bring in a piece, this is alcohol paper, I'm going to bring in a piece of normal paper, okay? So what we had were pens.
Yes.
Letraset pens.
Oh gosh, I remember them well. Yeah.
My mum spent a fortune on the set for me. Yeah. Chisel tip one end, bullet on the other.
Right.
And the reason was, if you wanted to colour a large area, the only way to do it was with a chisel tip.
That's true, yeah.
And what we were taught to do was to do things, like that to get like the edge of a car. Yes. As if, to show the light effects on it and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they were used for. Brilliant for graphic designers. Well, we're crafters, we're not graphic designers.
Yeah, that's true.
I do not know a time when I have used the chisel tip on any of my colouring.
Well, we tend to do exactly that. We're colouring in areas. We're not colouring a piece of card because we need a card that colour.
No, of course we're not. You might, I've seen companies do it where they'll show you how to do a beautiful blended background with alcohol pens. Why? You run out your alcohol pens, you can do it with inks and other things.
That's true.
It's a reason to use it. So to me, the fact that I can draw really fine and then in exactly the same colour. I'm going to show you colouring with it. I can colour in.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Brilliant.
And I don't get, you see there, I don't get that definition on that line
Yeah.
that I get on here.
Love it. So the actual physical capabilities of the pens, brilliant. But colour-wise, you are getting 108 colours in here. Now, these are brilliant because if you're a Freedom member, you've actually got a discounted price on this. Works out at £1.56 per pen. And it's coming with that fabulous box as well, which we haven't even factored into the equation. You've got a discounted 78 pence per nib. I love that we've even done that maths. Now, the fact is it comes in the most amazing carry case. So straight away, you have got them all there ready to go. You can close that up, take it off on your travels when you need to, and then all you need to do is have a look and savour all of those colours. Now, obviously, you've got the top line here. We've got loads of different greys going through to your blender, I'm guessing, with this one, and your black there. So these are important for things like your shadows.
They are, yeah, but one of the differences is the first thing in the case, I was going to use my Deflecto case that I bought off you.
Yes, yeah. Well, not me personally, but yeah.
Yeah. These have actually, it looks like it's just one of those loose cases you get on
them,
thing. No,
yeah.
It's actually got the placement in it as well.
Oh, wow.
So there's a slot for each pen. Look, those, where I've taken some out, don't wobble.
That is brilliant.
But the difference is you were saying about the colours.
Yes.
Right? This is where I was telling Sasha earlier, because she was asking me.
Right.
And I recommended them.
Okay.
And you don't recommend to another demonstrator unless you're
Definitely
prepared
not.
to, you know.
Yeah, it can come back and bite you on the proverbial.
It will bite you every time. But secondly, I was recommending these to Jane the other day at Crafts too.
Right.
And I said the reason is these colours have not been chosen because they're pretty.
Okay, right.
Bring them in onto the overhead and see. So they've not been chosen because they're pretty.
Okay, right.
What they've done is they've taken, first of all, the colour wheel.
Which is a fundamental. Everybody's heard of the colour wheel.
So they've taken the colour wheel and given you everything on the colour wheel.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that work?
What they've done is they've shown you how here. Because this is going to be available, if it's not now, it will be available as a free download.
Right.
Yeah, on the craft store. These are all the pen colours. Can you see there is the colour wheel?
Oh, wow.
So you now have got a colour wheel of the complementary, but they didn't stop there.
Okay.
And this was the bit for me that was the absolute winner.
Right.
I do not know when I look at that. So I have an image and I do not know how to colour, what colours to colour that in.
Okay, right.
And I have to pick with the centre of the flower and the greenery.
Yeah.
I have to pick 9 colours out.
Right, okay.
And I have to check that they blend.
Yes. Yeah.
No, they've chosen all these colours in blending combinations for you.
So these like recipe cards?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So they've not chosen, gone, oh, that's pretty, that's pretty, that's pretty. They've given you 87 colour combinations of blends. So you no longer need to have a scratchbook or work anything out.
That is brilliant.
It's all done on there. They've even included suggestions for hair.
I love that. Now,
on the bottom.
We've got this to share with you on the screen, but don't worry, as John said there, if it's not already on our website, then you will be able to take advantage of it. So when you add this into your basket, it will automatically, or add the pens into your basket, it will automatically load. But you can see that this is such a clever idea. You choose the colour, and then the concept tells you the pens that you need. How clever is that? So no kind of hit in there and just hoping you get it right. Then this is absolutely amazing. Now, of course, it's all brilliant. It's confidence in a company. I think that's the key thing. So with the Couture Creations, they've obviously given you the confidence because they're telling you how to use the pens. It's not a case of all, as John said, they're pretty colours in a lovely case. Off you go. With these, they are helping you learn, helping you create those colours that you want for the projects that you are creating. Obviously, you'll gain your confidence and you'll do your own blends as time goes on. But the saving on your screen. Now, if you are like me, and I'm going to make no bones about this, if I'm spending that sort of money on a pen set, I want more than a £10 saving. Not being rude, well, do you know what? You are actually getting a bigger saving that might first seem apparent to you. The reason being is we've got pick and mixes. Now, I'm not suggesting you go down this route, although if you're on a budget and you want to, of course you can do. But with your pick and mixes, you're going to choose. You're going to choose the colours that you want. Now, they come in sets. They're sets of 4, and you're going to choose any 3 of those. Now, these have got savings. So you can see there straight away on your screen there, you are saving £8 on each of those sets of 4. So you can go off and do that, and you will get that that saving. But all of those savings that we're talking about are being carried forward, because you'd actually need 9 of those pick and mixes to make up your bundle that you've got here. You wouldn't get the case though if you're going for them individually. You don't get the case, but you will get all of those amazing pens that we've just seen on the pick and mix with a £72 saving. That's what's being carried forward. That's what you've generated with your pick and mix, but you are getting all of those. But of course, with this bundle, you are getting all of that saving, that £72 saving, and an additional tenner and the carry case. And I think that is the key thing with regards to this one. That's brilliant. If anybody was placing their order, you would save that money. Brilliant, love it. You're saving £82. But have a look on your screen now. If you are a Freedom member, in addition to that £72 saving, you are saving an additional £18.78 above anybody else. So there you go. It works out that, oh my goodness, there's so many numbers in here. £178. Wow. £100 I've got my decimal point in the wrong place. £100.78. That's what your saving is when you're a Freedom member. So it brings it right the way down to £168.96. Now, please, 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 if you are not a Freedom member already, even if it's just for this one item, and then as soon as it's been processed, as soon as you've received these, you cancel your membership, that's fair enough if you don't want to continue. But for just £7.97, you are getting that additional saving. You will find yourself using that Freedom membership over the next calendar month, because it will mean that anything else you order, you're not paying any post and packing. Also means that you are able to take advantage of any discounts that we bring you to Freedom members, and you'll find loads of those on the website. So yeah, take advantage of it while you've got the chance. But what it also means is you are spreading the cost of these. So with regards to these, you're looking at £56.32 being your first payment, giving you the ability for you to get hold of these with the second and third payments going out in obviously August and May, September as well. So the beauty of these is that you're going to have all of these pens sent to you with your extended delivery. I forgot to mention, when's the extended delivery on this one? The 22nd of July. It's not too long to wait, actually, though. It's only a couple of weeks. But that means that when you are creating with these, you will have a whole host of fun the moment they arrive, and you'll be able to continue having fun with those for a long time to come, because the beauty of these is you've got that gorgeous coverage. Did you see the way that those pens work? The amount of colour that came out, absolutely incredible. And you are looking at a brilliant deal. Now, we are busy with these. Now, you know John and his authenticity. He wouldn't be using these if he didn't have complete confidence in them. So that's why I know that these are a good buy at the price on your screen. And it might be something that you are considering, but it's a case of that it's quite a commitment. Anybody would be nervous of spending that sort of money not having used them. That's why we've got John here, so he can explain how he uses them, what his personal experiences are, which are very similar to ours, where you've bought pens in the past that just haven't done what you wanted to. And this is the thing. We've got the confidence of John being here, and he's going to take us through these again. But 20% of the stock has gone. Yes, 20% of the stock, and it's a considerable purchase. Appreciate that totally, but buy with confidence here at the craft store, and this is a fabulous deal. Details are on your screen. Now, John, with regards to the deal and this particular brand, I don't know if I've seen these anywhere else.
No, I think this is the launch.
Okay, fair enough.
I've had mine a while to play with and test, and to see if I was happy enough. Yeah. Did I like them? Would I? My question would be to me, would I buy them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I brought in all the ones I've bought in the past.
And we'll all resonate with this.
And I'll be honest, I've actually, Sam for Christmas bought me like a pick and mix of some Copics. Yeah, brilliant pens.
Good name, yeah.
Yeah, not going to thingy them. And they're great. Yeah. But I've used them a bit, and they're starting to run out a little bit. So I thought, right, I need to now go and buy the proper ones. Yeah. And then he showed me the suitcase at £5,000. Oh my goodness, is that how much they are? For the full set, which is lots and lots of them. But to get an equivalent, it was going to cost me nearly £1,000. Yeah. It's not, I don't do enough colouring. Yeah. It's not worth it. And also as well, I mean, they might be suitable and they might work for one person, but one person's technique and the way that they work with them isn't necessarily somebody else's. And I found that in the past. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not an expert. So what I did do, I saw a launch of some pens a while ago, and I went on one of those naughty sites. Okay. And I bought myself some from abroad. Okay. Yeah. And it cost me, when they arrived, £80. Thankfully, I managed to avoid the shipping. I didn't get caught for the shipping. And they were atrocious. Oh, right, okay. Absolutely. And so they were good quality, because literally the colour is not consistent. Oh, yes. That's one colour. Yeah? Okay. Not consistent, and they bleed. Right. And can you see lines? Yes, yeah. Yeah, there's too much alcohol, not enough colour in them.
Right.
And I really wasted my money, so that's another set that I'd gone through. So I got these and said, right, so I don't know loads. I've had 1 day training of colouring 5 years ago.
Oh, time's getting on, John.
Yeah, but I love this image by Nellie Snellen.
Oh, this is pretty.
Absolutely
now, is this one of the
adore
stamps
this.
that we've got on the show?
It is. We've got this one on the show. Love this stamp. But to me, I don't think I've done a bad job colouring that.
No, it's good.
And I'm
I'd
not
be
an
happy
expert.
with that, yeah.
I'm a beginner. I would class myself as being where everyone at home is.
Okay.
Or most people at home, unless you've gone on all these really good courses and things. But to do that, I needed to pull together 9 pens.
Right, okay.
So 10 pens to do that and work out the shades. And all I did was go to the shade guide and went, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that one. I went, oh, love that.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Brilliant.
So no more of creating these scratch charts of the colours, but look how well they blend.
That's really nice.
That's just the colours laid down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they are absolute. So the
So you're not
colours,
using anything in addition, like a blending pen or anything at all like that? You're just using them straight from the
and then-
barrel?
So that was my first.
Okay.
This was my finished card with it.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No more work. I've put nothing else on that. I'm not an expert.
Okay.
I'm no Charmaine. You know,
Yeah, she's good,
she's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
This is literally, and I'll show you exactly how I did it.
Okay.
But what sold me was the quality and the colour
Beautiful.
and the actual way the blends are done. So,
Okay.
I've stamped it out. I've stamped this out onto just, I'm actually using a 350 GSM smooth card from Jelly Bean.
Okay.
And that I got on one of your happy hour shows.
The happy hour shows are brilliant for
Sam
stocking
actually
up on
texted me and went,
these.
they've got all these sheets of 350 GSM Jelly Bean smooth card. Shall I order it? I went, oh, go on. Then he went, I already have.
I think we might have a 7-day saver from Jelly Bean as well, yeah. Pop the details at the bottom of the screen with regards to those if you do want to have a little look. And no brand new 7-day savers launched this morning.
Lovely and thick, so it works really well for this. But even you get a guide in here telling you what paper to use and card to use.
Oh, okay.
They thought about everything. So they would say put some scratch paper down because it can leak through.
When you're talking about scratch paper, what does that mean?
I think what they actually mean is a piece of photocopy paper or waste paper.
Oh, like just as a kind of protective layer?
I don't. I use my water media mat. That's what I got it for.
Yes.
So that's what it's there for. So here it tells me I want 230, 211 and 218.
That's easy
Blended,
done.
it's beautiful. Let me bring it in a little bit. It's there on the chart. Yeah?
Okay.
So that's done for me. So first of all, 3 hours of indecision and playing around with pens is finished.
And frustration and beating yourself up in the process.
Completely. So I, again, go for the lightest colour, 230. Now, this is quite an open flower. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
But it's got fine line. It's got fine shading.
Yes.
Yeah? Now, if I take the brush end, yeah, and remember, I have used this. So I have coloured this image now over 12 times with these pens. No difference. But look, if you can see, the brush
so good.
is fabulous. But to me, because I'm not an expert, it's so hard. Can you see there's a little bit of white there? I don't want to overlap that.
Yes.
So what I do is this is where
I
bullet
see,
comes
of
in.
course,
What
just
I
a
do
touch up. Right.
is I go all the way
right.
around. Have you ever had it where your alcoholics all massively go over the edge when you're using the brushes?
Yeah.
And the reason I think is because you've not created a barrier.
And also as well, when you're putting pressure on a brush nib, one person's pressure is different to another, so it can cover an area that you weren't planning on colouring in.
Yeah, because I'm very, very heavy-handed, as anyone who knows me knows or seen me craft. So start there, and I don't want to colour this bit in the middle. Yeah. So. For a
clever.
start, but it's in the same pen.
Yes.
So now all I have to do
Let's go up to
but
that
look
new
how they
line.
merge.
Yeah.
Because it's coming from that same reservoir. But I couldn't use the chisel on this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So for a start, it's covering that off. So I would lay down, and this is, as I say, I am no colouring expert.
Okay.
So I would lay down my light pink.
Lovely.
Yeah, okay, one coat.
Okay. Now, will that colour change? Because with alcohol, we
Yes,
kind of hear
well, I've
that
got
the
some
colour
to
changes.
show you,
Perfect.
to show you the stages,
Okay.
yeah? So what I do now is take the next shade. Now, these are the 3 I'm using.
Per
I
recipe
might
card.
have picked the 230 and the 211, but I certainly probably wouldn't have picked the 218.
Yeah,
I'd
no.
have gone, that's a bit too dark. I'd have probably
Exactly,
started
yeah.
with that one.
Yes,
That
yeah.
wouldn't give me anything.
Yeah.
But experience tells you that. I haven't got that experience, and I don't want to spend the money or have the time to do it.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
I know I'm being lazy, so I take then the next colour, which is the 211.
Brilliant.
I
yeah.
know which side is the brush because the
Oh, you've got the little band on there.
grey band
Clever.
tells me that that is the bullet tip.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was something I was constantly doing. So what I do now is I follow these lines with the brush.
Okay.
And I just flick up. Okay? Really simply.
And that is brilliant because what you're doing there, you're taking the advice of the stamp really for where to add the darker detail.
Yeah, I'm letting that do the work for me, yeah? But again, can you see here, I've got these overlaps.
Yes.
And these darker bits.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I can't get in with my brush.
Yeah.
So I take my chisel and I know that they will be darker, don't I? So I colour those bits in, that little tiny bit there, and I know it's going to be darker all around where any petal overlaps.
And those petals are starting to lift out from the page now as you're adding that colour.
Yeah, so you can see anywhere it overlaps, I put that darker colour in, yeah?
Fabulous.
So then, I just go straight in, and again, this time I want to add a little bit of dark, and this is where I've always gone wrong.
Okay.
Because if I go in with the brush, I'm going to go too much.
Right.
So I don't. I use the bullet.
Yeah.
And can you see? Just follow
That
those
is
lines
amazing.
straight away. Here. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like that. That will be dark, won't it?
Yeah.
And that bit there will be dark. And around there will be dark. Okay?
That
so
looks amazing.
already, but
It
it's
looks like you printed it off.
yeah, and I know, you know, sometimes you think, oh, people say these. You know, I picked these stamps because they're beautiful, but because I knew they would look gorgeous coloured, but they're so hard to colour.
They're a good set of stamps to practice.
They are really good. Yeah, I printed, I mean, I've got loads of them stamped out everywhere, of different ones because they're so good to use. Okay, so that's stage one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could go straight on, but you said about drying.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when that dries.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so,
That's
and
so
this was
pretty.
done, not Friday.
Okay.
Okay, so, but what I need to do now is I go in, and this time, use the brush end again, because it's the lightest colour,
Right.
with the lightest one, and I just, but can you see none of it's spread
Yes, yeah.
around the edge, because I did the final, but also, every other time I've used, certainly when I used the cheap ones, it spreads.
Well, this is
I get
it,
that
and it
nimbus
does,
of alcohol.
You almost have to colour a few mil inside of the line because of the kind of the where the ink travels.
Yeah, and that's why
And
I
that'll
wanted
fill
to
in the
do
gap.
this many times.
Right.
To show you, basically. So just doing that will reactivate all of that. And I'm sort of almost super soaking it. Can you see now how that's all
Yes,
starting
yeah.
to blend through?
See, I thought
Yeah?
it looked good before, but it looks even better now.
So, again, I could carry on, and I normally would work on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to bring you the next one in. This is where I've done that and blended it through.
Right.
Okay, so that is just using these three. But now what I need to do is I need to add back in the dark aspects.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back, and again, this time I'm adding a little bit of dark, so I'm going to go with the bullet tip. Okay, and I'm doing exactly the same again. I'm adding little lines in, following those lines.
Okay.
And you almost won't see it. So I'm following those lines. Remember, that section there, again, that section there, that section
And
there.
just imagine which those petals are lifted up, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know where it's darker because the drawing's been done for me. Okay. And then I go back in again with the darker one. Sorry if I'm taking too long on this.
No,
but
not at all, because it's interesting learning about building up the layers. So it's not necessarily just that one layer of colour and that's it. You're building it up and making it more realistic as you go.
So now I'm going to go and add, like I say, a little bit of dark intensity. And you see now
Yes,
how that's
yeah.
getting darker, and I know there's a little bit there because the lines are there. There's a little bit there. there's a little bit there. But you start to see
Yeah.
it all pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Wow.
And then I'll bring in, well, actually, I'm going to work on that one. I can do.
Okay.
And all I'm going to do to finish it off is just take, again, the first light pink and literally, with the bullet, little circles
Okay.
all over the top.
And again, yeah, it blends it together beautifully, yeah. And the thing is as well, I mean, the quality of the cardstock as much as the pens, usually you get that kind of your balling process as well, because there's a lot of ink that's been laid down there.
Well, there is, but part of the reason that happens, I've found, is the quality of your pen.
Well, if it's scratchy, I'm guessing.
If it's scratchy, if the nibs are not decent, it will do it. But also, and this is what I found when I used the really cheap ones, and you know, we all fall for this.
Oh, we do,
You know,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, you know, I don't want to sing anyone for doing it, but I soaked that much alcohol in it, even when I left them dry, the card started to pill up.
Yeah.
Because they were that soaked in alcohol.
Right.
So I have done this on the alcohol paper, I've done this on 300, I've done this on 250, I've tested it on Dolly Dimple's mixed media card. So I've tested it on every card I've got and had the similar or same effect. But you can see there suddenly now, see how that one, it looks a little bit dark. So anywhere like that, I just go back over.
Just go back in and tickle it in.
And bleach it out, okay? And you can see there how I've gone from the initial to that one.
And has it been a quick process for you to get to the stage there? Because I'd be really pleased if I got that result straight away with these.
I've played and tested with these,
okay.
But I've actually had to prep this show because of everything with deliveries and everything else, as everyone knows. I had Friday.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So I had Friday on these, and I started at about 7 a.m. Friday morning.
Wow.
So all the ones I've coloured in, some I pulled out earlier.
I've got here.
Yeah, like the bluey green one you've got in front of you.
This is beautiful.
That is the third one I did.
Wow.
Okay.
That shows you the quality of these pens.
And that colour mix has come from that chart again. I've not chosen
and again,
colours
picking
for
out
anything.
the colours like you said earlier on. Amazing. John, I'll be back with you in just a few moments if that's okay. So, obviously we've seen the pink being worked there. You've got that gorgeous teal blue. It could be any combination of these colours that you're working with, because you have got 108 to work with. They are incredible colours, as you can see. A third of the stock has gone with regards to these. Now, don't forget they are dual tipped, so it's not something that we've seen before without a problem at all. I'm going to bring one of those out to show you. So you've got, on one end, you've got your bullet tip, which is something that you may be familiar with, which is brilliant. Actually, it's the other way around, isn't it? It's usually we've got the brush tip and then we've got your chisel tip. So this is something that's quite unusual. It means you can get into that fine detail, but you've still got that brush nib there to get that flow of colour coming through. I think it's a brilliant combination, and you've got 108 colours. Now, naturally, you're going to have your shading tones. Top line, as you can see there, absolutely beautiful. And one thing I'll ask John, do they come in the case like this, or do we have to put them into place?
No, they come into the case like this.
Oh, I love it.
I got mine in a cardboard box, as you would get it at home. Yeah, and rather than being all wrapped in plastic, which I've had before, and have to
separate them out and put them
all in.
It was all
in the box, all done. And of course, if you look here, there's even a little plastic grid in the top to keep them in individual place.
Oh, right, so they're not moving
you don't
anywhere.
need any extra packaging, straight in the box, that's it.
Love that idea, thank you for that. So there you go, straight away, you get them out of the box. You can be colouring with these straight away. Now, it works out at £1.56, did we say, per pen. Now, Freedom members, what an amazing price that is to get hold of those. So it works out at 78 pence per nib. I can't believe that we've actually figured that one out as well. Now, the saving on your screen there, I mean, that's a good saving, £28.77. That's a considerable saving, but it actually works out to be even more so. The reason being that this is made up of 9 of the pick and mixes that we have for you. Now, we've got the details for you at the bottom of your screen. You can shop that way if you're wanting to, but my suggestion would be don't shop that way, and I'll explain to you in a few moments when we look at the flexi buy on this one, because you're probably going to go for a couple of sets of those, which is brilliant. You're going to be saving on each one of those sets. And how much is it you're saving on each set? £8 on each of those sets of 3. And that's actually 12 pence because they come in sets of 4. So 12 pence, you're saving £8. And you will do that, you'll get that saving carried forward from those over to the larger bundle that we're talking about here. And that's why that saving on your screen is in addition to the savings that we've just been speaking of. So when you're looking at the saving of a tenner, it doesn't equate to a tenner saving, it actually equates to £82 saving because the saving from the pick and mix has been brought forward. Freedom member, you get an additional £18.77 on top of the saving that you're getting from the pick and mixes. And with the pick and mixes, if you're shopping that way, fair enough, but you don't forget you won't get the carry case to put them in. And I think that's one of those things that would want me to kind of consider going for the whole bundle. But of course, it's a considered purchase. You'd be saving £100 and 77 pence, so just over £100 by going for these as a bundle, which of course is a brilliant saving, but you're still spending £168, which is a considered purchase. But this is the reason why I would go for this without going for the pick and mixes, because if you're going for the pick and mixes, you're looking at £21.97. So you might spread it up. You might think, well, I'm going to treat myself to 2 of those pick and mixes, which is fine. You can do that, but have a look at what you're paying on the screen there. You'd be paying, where am I, around £44 if you're going for 2 lots of those pick and mixes. For an extra £12 or so, you can actually make that first payment for your first flexi buy to get the whole collection. Now I know you've got your second and your third payment, it's still a considerable amount, £56, but you would be coming back and getting more of those double. You kind of have to make the commitment to yourself to come back and get those other colours. And that's if we've got those colours available. Couture Creations, obviously an Australian company, we might not necessarily have those little gaps that you need to fill in. That's why going for the complete bundle together makes sense. And when you've got flexi buys as low as that as Freedom members, that's why I would go for this. Now don't forget, when you do place your order for this, you will automatically get that kind of the link, the download that gives you that recipe card. I love this. This is a commitment from the company basically to make sure you are getting the results that they want you to get. So you choose your colour, a bit like a paint chart, and it gives you the ingredients. It tells you which of those pens you need to create that colour. No more guesswork, no more making your swatches and remembering to jot down the numbers. As time goes on, yeah, you will make your own blends with regards to these, but you've got the starting, it's kind of like the stepping stones to get started, and then you'll build on that as time goes on. Now we've been very, very busy for these. Rapidly approaching 40% of the stock has gone, and we had huge quantities of these. We kind of knew how popular they'd been. John, obviously we respect what John says with regards to pens, so we knew we would be busy, but to be honest, I didn't quite expect us to be that busy. Now John's got another show with us a little bit later on with Yanis, but I would suggest you get hold of yours as soon as you possibly can. So that means that you've got yours, you can sit back and obviously take in the information that you're getting from John's second show, as well as the ad that we're sharing with you here. But 421888 is the all-important item number for that. Now I'm quite conscious that we've got other things to share with you as well, and we haven't given them any time. So if you forgive me, can I show you these alcohol inks? And you'll be glad that I did show you these, because these are beautiful. And there's something quite different about these. You'll notice on your screen there, they're called glitter accents. And I have to say, John, I think I'm in love.
They're beautiful, aren't they? This one was made by Sam.
Really? That sounds really awful saying really.
No, but he just grabbed the box and went, I'm playing with these. I have never seen alcohol inks with glitter in.
No, I don't think I have.
And put your hand over it.
Okay.
It's fixed. Ooh. It's not sprayed glitter. Doesn't it feel beautiful?
Yeah.
It's not been sprayed over the top.
So what's that been worked on? What's the paper underneath?
That's just on UPO.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
wow,
and the rest of them are all just on normal gloss card, chrome gloss card.
Almost looks like semi-precious stones and things like that,
I've got a technique for this afternoon to show you where it looks like I made Onyx.
Oh, right, okay.
Because you've got a black and a white in here, which I've not seen before, and certainly not with glitter in.
Absolutely amazing.
People might have done it, but I've never come across it before.
I love that. Now we've got loads of different colour combinations with these. So we've got 5 different options. They're all on the same item number, and again, you can go for these £12.99 with regards to these. So these are brilliant. Now we've got a colour chart. Can I show you the colour chart? Let me get this. And the reason why is because I want to see it sparkle. Now these have been put into their combination, so you can see as we work our way across, this is a colour combination, this is a colour combination, and so on. So if you're wanting to go for your more kind of earthy tones, then the burnt sienna is a lovely bloke.
Hayley, I'm sorry. I put the chart together.
Oh, okay.
And I did it in colour order. I didn't know
Oh, I
the bundles you were going to
Right,
do.
sorry, there's
so
me
I put it in
assuming.
colour order of what I thought went together, sorry.
Oh, I see.
So you might not necessarily get them in that one.
Oh, I see. Oh, I do apologise. I just naturally thought 4 and 4, but there you go. But you could be going for your different sets, couldn't you, to make up these combinations? But I love it. Can I just show you? Just look at that. When you it's almost like it's kind of got a glitter shot through it.
It has, and when you do and what I found is, I wasn't even shaking them.
Oh, really?
That's just dripping them out. And you've got that beautiful look. And you know, I don't know if if anyone's seen me do alcohol inks before, you know I like to burn them.
Yes, yeah.
The glitter survives that.
Oh, wow, okay.
So every technique you can do with alcohol inks, you can do with these, but you've got the added sort of glitter or mica in there. You've even included an incandescent.
Look at that plum.
But remember, all of these work on glass, plastic, everything. There's baubles in the front that Sam's done.
These
where
are
he's
really
just put
cute.
them onto glass and
look
plastic
amazing.
baubles. So they came
they
from our
look
Christmas
fabulous.
stash. And he's just
Very
put them straight
effective.
onto those baubles.
I love it. Absolutely
And you
amazing.
keep the glitter. Amazing stuff.
But again, going on to Yupo papers, incredible, as you can see with there, you got that shimmer and shine coming through. So you're going to choose your options. You've got the details on your screen, but we're going to show you, it's easier to show you this way. So these are your pastels, your peach, your baby pink, your angelic there and your baby blue. Absolutely gorgeous. Love those. Your seasonal, oh, these are nice, like these ones. Your cardinal, your sunflower, your evergreen, is it evergreen?
Verdant.
Verdant, oh, okay. It kind of went round, it's a long word, it goes around the side of the bottle there. And then your cobalt blue, beautiful. Then, oh, I like the sound of this one. Tutti Frutti, topaz, fuchsia, lilac and apple. Gorgeous zesty tones, as you can see with those. Now this is a nice one. You've gone kind of a deeper tone with these ones, with your mosaic, your burgundy, your pumpkin, your khaki and your amethyst. Oh, that sounds gorgeous, doesn't it? And then you've got your gemstones as well. Absolutely beautiful there with your cappuccino, your turquoise, that purple. I love that purple, and that burnt sienna again with those. So you may well go for all of them together. You can do. You can spread the cost if you're wanting to, but they work so well in so many ways. And here you can see, I love that kind of variation of colour that you get within. Have I got that stamped the wrong way round? I'm not sure, actually.
I think it's quite hard to see that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one.
But
It shows up with these.
I wanted to show how you can stamp over them.
Right.
You don't have to. You think, because it's got the glitter in it, you think I've applied that glitter afterwards. That was on first.
That looks amazing.
And I've stamped over.
Beautiful. Now, these stamps, have we got these stamps on the show as well?
Yes, I think we've got those at the end.
Beautiful, there you go, that's the right way around as well. So there you go, all your different colour options with regards to those, absolutely beautiful. Now if you were eagle-eyed, you probably noticed there were some additional ones on the bottom of that second board, and that is these. Now these are your minerals. So how are these any different then, John?
Well, basically these are not that these are exactly the same.
Okay.
But these are almost in a way more usable. I've struggled to see and get black before.
Oh,
and
yeah.
get black with, look at the glitter. That's
looks
one
amazing.
colour.
Looks like it's fizzing.
Yeah, it does literally look like it's winking at you. The graphite is a beautiful grey and it gives stone effects. And alcohol inks you think of it's flat, shiny colour, but it's always bright and it's a bit in your face.
Yeah.
These aren't. These are beautiful. And then you've got the incandescent with this one. So that's actually the angelic. But you've got the incandescent.
Oh, is that one up there? Sorry. Right.
This is amazing because this is clear. With the glitter, but a clear alcohol ink.
Yes.
With the glitter in it.
Yeah.
So if you've done something and you want to spot it and you don't want to use glitter, but you want to spot it with something, what an amazing thing to do to use the incandescent.
I love it. And of course, you've got kind of the combination. I mean, that peach alongside that graphite together, they'll look amazing. So there you go. If you wanted to get hold of those, details are on your screen. All three of those for just £9.99. Again, extended delivery, as is the case with all of the different products we've been sharing with you. It says 22nd of July. So moving on to those stamps. I know you've been waiting for these, so let me show you these. These are brand new. Lots of you have been adding these into your basket alongside your orders. Brilliant prices with these. Nellie Snellen, always a popular brand.
Cheers, yeah. I mean, Nellie chooses some most beautiful stamps. Every time we bring you new stamps to the craft store from Nellie, they just seem to absolutely fly. And I've got to be honest, I buy all the Nellie Snellen stamps when they come out. I don't get given them.
No, I know you don't.
Yeah, we've had this discussion before. As soon as they appear on, and Peter says we've got new Nellie Snellen stamps coming in, I order them and buy them. I've got the whole catalogue. I love them. They just work so beautifully, just stamped cleanly like that.
I mean, that looks amazing.
This second one, the yellow one, is a different technique using the alcohol pens.
Oh, Right, okay.
that I will hopefully try and show you.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
But look at that stamped on there. Look at that. That's just gloss card.
Wow.
A mix of the inks and the stamp over the top. But doesn't it make sense of the background?
It does. Oh, I love that.
Because I make so many alcohol ink backgrounds and can't use them.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of half the fun, isn't it? Creating those backgrounds. But like you say, it's what you do with them afterwards. Now, obviously, this is teamed up with the second one, which is this gorgeous kind of curve. And this one, oh my goodness, look what you can do with it.
So that's using it twice with your 2J's
Clever.
finger stamps.
Very
Or you may
clever.
have similar tapestry
So you
stamps.
build up that design.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lady the other day got the original tapestry stamps from America
Yes,
from,
yeah.
was it 25 years ago?
Yeah.
You know, you can build it up with that, or you can just simply, you've got another one there where I've just coloured it with the pens.
Let me just show you that
But
one
if
very
you can
quickly.
see that one quickly, sorry.
No, that's
Right.
okay, because I think it was important to see it just as it is as
But
well.
could
yeah.
you colour that with a chisel tip or a
No,
brush tip?
no, you couldn't. Yeah.
You wouldn't get, and I've
You
got,
need to get
I've
that
got
bullet in
shading
there.
in that because of
Beautiful.
the bullet tip.
Love it. £9.99, two beautiful stamps that are going to be absolutely, well, when you were creating with your alcohol, it's going to be perfect. But to be honest, whether you're doing your watercolours or however you're working with it, even just as a black outline, amazing. Next set. Now, this is a set that we saw John working with, and you've got your beautiful magnolia flower. I love magnolia flowers anyway. They've got such a beautiful bloom. And good size stamps with these. Again, large open areas that are going to give you the opportunity to practice your techniques, but practice something that's going to be usable afterwards as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everything I'm doing now will be made up into cards because they're just beautiful. I mean, again, there's a mix from the pens.
That looks gorgeous.
That looks almost like an orchid to me now.
Yes, yeah.
But all that space is beautiful
Beautiful.
to practice your colouring with, or just simply stamped
Gorgeous.
over a couple of different sort of like spotlight technique almost.
Very, very clever. Love it. £9.99, again, incredibly affordable with regards to those as well. But then we've got a stamp collection for you. Now, these are lovely because you're getting all of these with these. Absolutely beautiful. 5 stamps for £24.95. They are gorgeous. Now, this is where I'm going to bring those alcohol inks back in again, because these were the stamps that were over stamped on top of the alcohol ink. So, again, nice large stamps, as you can see, with regards to these. So, making a fabulous background into something, and I love it. It's quite an arty look, isn't it, having that over stamped on the top there, as you can see. So if you like the look of these ones, then please do add these ones into your basket, because you can get this kind of results along with those alcohol inks. So £24.95, 782551 being your item number, and they are proving to be very, very popular as well. Can't believe we've only got about 15 minutes left, so I better hand back over to John to see more from these fabulous pens. Any questions, don't forget we've got another show with John later on, so you can get your emails in for a little bit later on as well. So
Cool.
off you go, John.
So I'm just very quickly going to show you on this the centre, because this is
Okay.
where I always went wrong. Yeah. So I'm going to do a few. You know, I've got another thing to do as well in a second. So I do need to kind of throw that towards Hayley. But again, doing the centres of flowers, I always just went for a flat yellow. And
Yes.
it never worked, I'd lost it. So I went back to the chart and it gave me a beautiful combination of yellows and oranges, which I would never, I wouldn't have picked those.
I wouldn't have known which ones to pick
No, I
at
wouldn't
all.
have a clue on this. I
yeah.
really wouldn't. And people think, oh, you're good with colour. No, trust me, I'm not. So fill that centre in with the yellow, yeah? But look how flat that is.
Beautiful.
I've got that shading,
Beautiful
but that's
colours,
flat.
but it's flat,
Beautiful
yeah.
colour. So
Yeah.
I then take the next darker one, and again, I'm going to take the brush, and all I'm going to do is just go around the edge. That's it. Yeah.
See, there's just that little stroke. Amazing.
Take now the bullet for the darker one. If I was putting 3 colours on this, I couldn't do it. There's not enough space, it feels
true, yeah.
like. So again, take that darker orange all the way around. And what I'm actually doing a little bit is I'm merging it. I'm not following the line. I'm merging it almost into that darker shade there.
Yeah.
But already that's starting to look.
It looks domed now.
Yeah. And all I do is then go back in with my lighter yellow and wash
at
it
that.
out. Yeah. Back in with the mid colour. To blend it together.
That is beautiful.
And there's my centre. And then again, for the leaves, another area I struggled. Yeah, so which 3, again, would you have chosen those 3?
Well, the trouble is, you only kind of get one hit, really, don't you? Because if you're going too dark, that's it. There's nothing you can do.
I wouldn't actually have used that because I've gone,
I would have
that's
gone
too
much
lime
dark,
green.
yeah, yeah.
And I would have gone something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
No,
what I would have
and I would have paid
yeah.
for it. So all I'm going to do is
And also that light one, I don't know if I'd have gone as light as that.
No, but I'm going to go in with the lighter one. But again, look how fine that is.
Yeah.
Okay. If I do another one of these, I don't have a pen without switching between two different manufacturers that I could do this with.
That's a good point, actually, yeah.
Because, and I'm not being funny, but I'm certainly not going to pay for, I'm certainly not going to pay for the same colour, one which has the chisel and the bullet, and one that has the brush and the bullet.
Yes. Yeah.
And I know some companies do sort of interchangeable ones.
Yeah.
Do you know how messy and troublesome it is to take that out and put a brush in, and then take the brush out and put the nib? Yeah.
You don't bother.
No.
Yeah.
And you certainly, in the chisel, you can't get anything else in. Only the chisel. The chisel stays the same.
Anything else would be wobbling around, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So I'm actually going to skip now, and I'm going to go to the darkest tone.
Okay.
So I'm going to go a little bit of dark up there, and I'm going to follow just, the lines where, you know, Nellie or her designers have put that dark in.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm just going to go back to my lighter shade. I think I picked up the wrong one. It doesn't matter. I have. And just scribble over the top. And that will settle. And can you, as I'm going over with the lighter, can you see it pulling the colour out?
Yeah.
So I just do that in. If I do it correctly.
Can I ask as well, and these, I mean, I don't know whether it's a positive or a negative answer to this one, but if you do find yourself going in with a colour and you're not happy with that colour, can you take that colour out? You know how like with the watercolour paint, you can kind of get a little bit of water in there and blot it out?
Take your blender.
So this is like a no colour.
And there's a blender included. Take your blender and take the colour out. Now, normally when I use a blender, you see that starting now to pale?
Yes.
But normally with a blender, it would massively overspill. Yeah. And it's hard, it's done it a little bit because I've gone over, that's it.
Is that dual tipped as well?
That's dual tipped as well.
Okay.
And the great thing is there's a technique, it tells you in there where you can, I'll try and show you later.
Yeah.
You put a pen against it like you do with those colour changing pens.
Yeah.
So you can do that with your blender as well.
That's nice, yeah.
Because of how they've been designed, because it's got the same. But what I was going to do, so that shows you there, I mean, to me, that magnolia blossom is jumping beautiful from the page. It really is, and I don't have that skill level.
It's one of those ones that when we hold up a card, the design team have done, and you tilt it, it's like, it's quite funny because you expect it to have dimension.
Yeah,
but
and
then
you go,
oh no, it's completely flat. And it gets to a point when you suddenly realise that it is flat. But initially when you look at it, it does look like it's leaping out.
I actually timed this.
Okay.
And stamping and doing all the stages and the scratch board to show you what you would normally do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Took me less than one episode of Sherlock.
Other shows are available.
I time everything by what I'm watching on.
I must admit, I've heard you do that before.
Yeah, I do. So I'm thinking maybe an hour and 10. It might have been a long one, I don't know. But that was doing all of that. So what I thought I would do is, I talked about how easy it is, I don't know what to colour that in. And I haven't got a clue, so you pick me a blend and tell me the pens.
Oh, I was doing this at the weekend, picking cocktails though, but something slightly different. I kind of like the blues. Okay. Would blue work with these?
So, yeah, give me.
Okay, so I'm going to go for this one here, I think, down here.
Right. Okay. So just some of them have 3, some have 4, some have 5.
So this one's got 3, and we've got is it the last 3 numbers that you need on this? So 421.
Right. Okay. So I have to, because we haven't prepped this. 421, yeah.
279.
279. 279.
And 298.
298.
It's nice that. Did I choose wisely? Oh, I'm getting lots of
298, okay. So that's the choice done.
Let's have a look.
Okay, that's your choice.
No way.
They're not 3 I'd have put totally right.
I would have gone way too dark if I was just picking those out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it goes, so it's 421, 279 and 298.
Do you know what? At this point, I'd almost be doubting myself.
Yeah.
I'd be going back and double checking the chart.
I wouldn't choose these, and that's why I wanted you to. And literally, this is not. This is how easy it is. So I've never used this combination of colours.
Oh, what a beautiful blue.
So I'm going to do this speedily, and I promise you, well, anyone out there who knows about colouring, anyone who is an expert in it can tell straight off that I have not had training and I don't know what I'm doing.
You do know what you're doing.
You've
got the experience of life. I think sometimes that's as much as the...
It's my college experience of years ago.
Now, what time are you due back again? Because you're back with Yanis later on, aren't you?
2 o'clock, So same again. Ooh, yeah.
That's a nice blue as well.
Beautiful.
But again, those two together, they are poles apart when you're looking at kind of your light and your dark.
Certainly not what I'd have chosen. I mean, again, I probably should have read the chart a little bit more. Just do these darker bits.
Okay.
Because that's what they're there for.
So when you do actually working, do you go light, dark and then medium?
No, you should go light, medium, dark. And I think I've done the wrong way.
Oh, okay. But it all comes together in the end, I'm guessing.
But, yeah, let's have a look. No, I haven't, actually.
And I think this is where, because you learn when you learn and you're taking the guide to take it on board, then I think it is where you do look at it and you suddenly think, oh, yeah, I certainly wouldn't do that. But I'm guessing when you're coming back in with your lighter tone again, it merges everything together.
Stop worrying because it's been done for you.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. And this is what I said when I spoke to Jane.
See, there you go, straight away.
And she said to me, one of the things that put her off, and Jane, as you know, I mean, she's been a friend of yours.
Oh, I've known her a long time,
You've known her longer than I have. She's been crafting for 35 years, at least. She's never really got into colouring in alcohol pens because she didn't feel she could choose them. It
feels almost like it's going to be complicated, and I'm very much of the thing, I've got so much going on, I haven't got time to learn. I love the results, but I don't want to get the knockbacks of not getting it right, and also I don't have the time to learn the combinations. But when it's done for you, then that's a totally different story.
Completely. So you see there, literally. So I had no idea what colours you were going to choose. So that's one layer.
I'm not going to lie, John. When we first put the colours down, I think, oh dear. Okay, I didn't choose very well with that. I've dropped him in it.
No.
But it's the confidence of that chart. This chart is brilliant.
And this is what I said. I have confidence. Finally, because there's no way on live TV I would let you or anybody. I mean, you know, we're quite good friends anyway, but you know, that actually means you would probably try and scupper me anyway. So, if you want to, do you want to give me a different colour set?
Well, okay, hold on. We're getting requests now. We're getting requests. Which way are we going? We're going pinky. That one. That one there, okay, right. Oh, we've got 4 colours on this one. Oh, Molly's up in the ante now.
Oh, look.
Okay.
I think like mine's.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
That's one I picked and got part done.
Oh, okay.
So, fine.
Well, we both like our blues, don't we? So that's probably where that's
we are
done.
both blue.
Right, okay, this is Molly's choice now.
Okay.
So, 263.
Right, okay, 263.
673.
673.
216.
216. Have I got 216 already out? No, let's have a look. 216.
And 234 as well. The beauty is this chart that we're referring to as well.
216, sorry, and what was the last one?
234.
234 being the darkest, yeah?
That's right, yes. This chart that I'm referring to, and I'm giving these different colour combinations, this is something that when you do go for the sets, you will actually get a link to this so you can actually print this off yourself. And you've got all your different colour combinations with regards to these, even suggestions for when you're doing things like your hair tones as well. So you don't have to make your own swatch cards, but you could do if you're wanting to. So this is, if you're shopping online, this is what you'll be doing. You'll be popping it into your basket, and you can see there, it comes up as a free item with this order. So that's the only way you can get hold of that. So you can see there your flexi buy options on your screen there. Freedom members, your price will come down because you've got that additional discount on this one. So John, how are you getting on over there? Did Molly choose wisely?
I've no idea because I've not even made a decision on it.
Oh, that's a nice pink.
So nice pink, yeah. So next I'm going to go with So the next colour on the chart was 673.
So do you do them in the colour of the chart that they suggest here?
It goes light to dark,
so
light being at the
have,
top.
Oh, right, so you don't even have to guess. So you start off with 263.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right,
Follow
with,
the chart.
penny drop situation. 673 is the next one.
Okay, so 673, I'm going out again just with flicks. Yeah, okay.
It's almost like colouring by numbers, isn't it, really? It's very clever.
It is. So,
then we've got 216.
216, okay, so we'll add some...
So going a bit darker with this one, I'm guessing.
So I'm going to use the brush again because I'm using 4 this time. Now, normally, I would be doing the top as well and the sides, but I'm just doing...
We've only got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
so.
I'm trying to do it...
Speedy colouring in.
Relatively
But
quickly.
it's saving you so much time, isn't it? Within a couple of minutes of colouring in, I can't believe we're doing this.
I
and then finally,
know.
2, 3, 4. So that's your darkest.
2, 3, 4. I need to bring a little bit of that just to
See,
make
that's
it
so
look a little
clever
bit
that you've got them in the order there. I know it's a simple thing, but I didn't even notice it before. So that's going to make life safe. So again, even if you're like me and see, this is the thing I always forget. Some people will say you go light, then medium, then dark. Some people will go that you go light, then you go dark, and then you bring the medium together. And some people say, well, it doesn't really matter, just have fun with it. So that's where having those colours in that order is going to set you on your way. And again, as we looked at before with the blue, I'm not concerned at this stage. It's very blocky where you've got your dark and your light. But having seen what happened with the blue flower, it's like a magic pen you've got there.
And
wow.
It's not bleeding. This is what's so cool. So
it's like witchcraft. I'm amazed. I've seen it happen before my eyes, but I can't believe I'm seeing it.
but
wow.
That's literally how good these are.
We are so busy with regards to these. Don't forget, you are getting 108 colours. You're saving on your screen there is not £28.77. That's on top of the saving that you are getting. So it's actually £100.77 you are saving. 3 flexi buys with these, but over half the stock has gone. I know lots of you are finalising your decisions. It might be that you need a little bit of time to take this all in and decide, because it's a considered purchase. I totally get that. But don't worry. If you're a Freedom member, you can get involved for just £56.32. And don't forget, 2 sets of your pick and mix will be around the £44 price point, but you're not getting that additional saving. So if you're going for 3 sets, it's just going to be just shy of the figure that you're looking at for your first payment. But you're getting all 9 of those. John, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Oh, look at that. That is beautiful.
Yeah, and that's literally just picked by the producer in your ear. So
Love
simple.
It. Thank you,
That's
John.
how good these are.
We will see you at 2 o'clock.
We will.
Yanis is going to love this hour. He really is. Now, obviously, go for your stamps as well, because your stamps will help you build up that colour. And you can go back. It's almost like a craft along with John with your colouring, isn't it? Go back and watch the show. Add your pens into your basket with those stamps and have so much fun. I'll see you a little bit later on.